Alright, it's April 12th. Oh, it's technically 13th right now, actually. Midnight, 12:45, and I'm about to go to bed. And today is not the best day ever. By the way, you know, hate comments and my clothes, my freshly washed and clean clothes being placed in some dirty place. And yeah, anyway, that's not the point. I'm just gonna make this quick little, I guess, section of video showing you my result of my chemistry test. Out of 60 marks, I got a whopping 36, which is actually kind of underwhelming. Natalie got higher than me. You know, Natalie is, Natalie used to be worser than me in chemistry, but today, or more specifically this period of time, she's better. She got 40, Jordana got 43, and Leo got 51. Leo and Olivia, they both got 51, and 51 is basically the highest mark. So I'm just gonna go through this paper with you very quickly, briefly, I guess. Yeah, as you can see, it's not the easiest paper ever. Lots of calculation, lots of crazy words that I didn't expect. I got 36. That's really underwhelming. Like, ugh. But it's not that bad. Cedric got a 23. Yeah, I feel bad for him. Oh yeah, and then this arrow thing. Like, I'm not even gonna question it. Like the observation when you add copper 2 sulfate into ammonia solution. Like, I wrote my answer is the solution turns from colorless to pale blue, but the answer is actually a blue precipitate formed because apparently it's not soluble. Jeez. And I did pretty well on this page. Right here. Yeah, pretty well. But the last question, I fucked up. Yeah, but it's okay. I guess it's okay. Again, I understood the question, but I just didn't answer it in the correct way. So as you can see, alright, this is the last page, which I, fucked up real bad. Basically, 50 centimeters cube of 0.1 molarity of hydrochloric acid and 50 centimeters cube of 0.01 molarity of hydrochloric acid mixed together and then diluted to 250 centimeters cube together. Then I need to find the pH value, and I screwed it up so bad. But I got the last question right. But still, it didn't matter, because I got 36 out of 60. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. But it's not that bad. It's not terrible. It's just that it's kind of disappointing. Yeah. Well, anyway, this is some really, like complicated, not complicated, but tricky, and just, like, out of the blue question. Like, Which of the following methods is the most suitable to prepare lead 2 chloride from lead 2 hydroxide? And of course I answered that wrongly. Yeah. I guess I'll work harder on chemistry. But the two subjects that I really need to work hard on is biology and English, ironically. Because I want to be, you know, even better than what I did, which is terrible. And of course, as always, Chinese, which has been always a problem for me. Although in this test it wasn't that big of a problem, but still, you know. So, yeah. Right now it's April 19th, and let's get on to the school update video. And, yeah. I had about, 20, 30, 35 conversations today, or maybe not. I don't know. I lost track of it. Anyway, school update video. It is April 19th now, and I'm super tired. I want to sleep, and I look terrible, but nonetheless, I want to talk. So here you go. April 9th. April 9th. So, I'm going to introduce you to another new person. And his name is Hanz, as in Hans from Hans Zimmer's. One of the best movie composers ever. So again, fake name. He is a very suspicious person. Like in the outside, he seems super normal, kind of nice. He's like any other boys in the classroom, and he's a bit playful, but his Instagram stories and Instagram posts and Snapchat posts are really suspicious and ominous, and he likes writing. And I only know two person in our class right now who actually writes stories, and that's Hans and me. So Hans is a weird dude, and Hans lately had been talking very frequently with Natalie. Natalie, you know who she is, and yeah. So Hans, a really suspicious person, right? But I and Hans are actually getting really friendly right now for no reason whatsoever. Towards the beginning of the of the year, of the school year, I thought I would never make friends. I would never make any more friends in the class, but I was wrong. I actually made friends with Ernest. I was close with Oliver, not really great friends, but hey, we cool. We talk a lot. And then Hans started to talk to me. I started to talk to Hans, and I'm being comfortable with it. Wow, I mean, great. Not necessarily a great friend, but we talk to each other. I also talk to another person. His name is Grant, fake name, and Grant is also one of the people in the gang, in the main gang of 4A, and he's actually nicer than I thought. I mean, he's not that bad, He's not that bad of a person. So yeah. And then on April 10th, I and Cedric had learned the very, very unfortunate news that Matt, the boy who's very nosy, playful, and notorious for being naughty, but also a very funny and friendly person. I mean, he doesn't, he break rules a lot, but he's very cool with teachers and stuff. So yeah. So Matt is the boy that Jordana hates, because Jordana thinks he's annoying, and he can be annoying sometimes. But on April 10th, I and Cedric found out that Matt's father had committed suicide, and that is really unfortunate. I'm really sorry for him, and I hope he can persevere. And but his father committed suicide like 3 weeks before that, or 2 weeks. So it's already been a while. Anyway, for April 11th, great news, because originally I got 33 out of 70 in the biology test, which is completely bonkers. But turns out after a few double checkings and under the help of Natalie, who sits right next to me right now, we found out that our teacher had missed 10 whole points from my test, which means I get to plus 10. So right now I have 43 points out of 70 for a biology test, and damn, it feels great. And yeah. So also after physics class, Mr. Thompson, fake name, Mr. Thompson was still inside the classroom, and I and Jordana brought our own lunch to school to eat it in the classroom. But yeah, I knew that if I and Jordana were in front of Mr. Thompson, it'll be annoying because Mr. Thompson will be asking us questions about schoolwork and tests and yada yada. So I told Jordana that Mr. Thompson is in the classroom, and we hid in 4B until Mr. Thompson leaves 4A. We went back to 4A, and it's really funny. We're not afraid or anything. We're just we don't want to, we don't want to be annoyed. April 12th. Oh wow. Another huge thing. Pink, the depressed, probably schizophrenic girl, also suffers from anxiety, and after receiving the LS test, I got a 10 out of 20 for that test. Leo got a 9. Jordana got a 10, but she may add 1, so maybe 11, and Natalie got a 12. It's okay, but Pink got 7, I think, and Pink was just in a panic attack. Pink was trembling, she was crying, and Anne wanted to calm Pink down by telling her that, yeah, I did very badly too. Like, I did very poorly too. It's okay to fail. And then Pink was triggered. And Pink cried even more, and she wanted to stab Anne in the heart or something like that. And I wasn't there to witness it. Natalie told me afterwards, so yeah, there's that. But right now, I think Anne and Pink are in good terms again. Who knows? Yeah, I told you about the chemistry one. Oh yeah, and then the same day, I think it was before Pink's mental breakdown, nervous breakdown, because I was there to witness it. And so Marty, another person, Marty, it's a little short boy. I don't want to call him short though. I'm being respectful here, but he's relatively short. He wears glasses, very playful, fun, normal. And Natalie likes to beat up people, and Natalie, with the help of almost every other boy in the classroom except for me and Leo and Nick, beat up Marty. And Marty was just like, at first it was just fun, just pure fun, but at some point Marty just got mad and serious, and Marty wanted to cry. I think Marty actually cried, but not in front of us. Like, Marty, his eyes were wet already, and Marty was really mad, and so Natalie stopped beating him up, and Marty just goes around and started to punch Grant and tried to kick another boy and tried to fight Natalie back, and I saw that, and every other boy saw that, and we were actually serious about it at that certain moment, so we kind of hold Marty down and told him to calm down and prevent him from hurting anyone. So well, that escalated quickly. Anyway, April 13th, it was a Friday, and Um, so yeah, during lunch, I actually went out to have lunch on that day, and me, Hans, Leo, Nick, and a couple other boys, AJ, Tom, and another person, we had lunch together, and this is a really serious conversation. We used to talk about, players unknown battlegrounds and, schoolwork and stuff, but this time we talked about the incident that happened the day before, the Marty incident, and also what happened to Pink and Anne. And because of that lunch, I have realized that the boys, they actually know a lot. The girls think, usually the girls knows all the secrets, but the boys are clueless. But in this case, both the girls and the boys were also completely knowledge that, these incidents occurred. And we get to play frisbee during sports class, and it was fun. And then after school, I and Natalie, coincidentally, we were supposed to go to another facility near our school to check our health. It's a thing. It's a government thing. We had to do it. It's a necessary. It's compulsory. So yeah, we need to reach that facility at 4:30 p.m. and we both forgot to bring our little handbook for that health checking thing. And yeah, there was sports class on that day, so we had to change back from sports uniform to our school uniform. School uniform is a thing. Yeah, Hong Kong education system follows British education system, and Natalie was in a panic, not really anxiety attack, just in a panic, and she accidentally dropped her wallet and octopus card. Octopus card, if you don't know what that is, ignore it. Yeah, she dropped her wallet, and we tried to look for it for a very long time, and we finally found it. It was somewhere in the it was picked up by a janitor or something. And then afterwards, me, Natalie, with the company of Cedric, we went to that facility, and then we walked all the way from that facility back to our home district. Me and Natalie live in the same district, so it's pretty cool. And it's like walking from Redmond to Kirkland, or Redmond to Bellevue. I actually don't know. Go check it yourself. April 16th, Monday, I and Jordana had lunch together in the classroom again, and I talked about, where I will be going during summer, and she's like, really? It seems like a waste of time, because I'm going to a lot of places in a short period of time, which is 1 month. So she's like, well, that's kind of a waste of time. And yeah, I'm like, you know. And then there's this TV. There's this TV in our classroom that's just playing random educational clips, videos, stuffs. And there's this guy who wears trash on him every day because, he wants to remind himself of how much trash he makes. So yeah, and then Jordana was like, hey, look, trash, like the guy's wearing trash on him. And I'm like, who would want that? Who would want to wear trash on them? And Jordana was like, you! And at that point, I was already a little bit bumped, like, wait, something's wrong. Like, she's being a little bit passive aggressive, like something's wrong. And then I was like, no. And she's like, maybe you will. It's really weird, but she was being very passive aggressive, and I was kind of worried about that. And the next day, April 17th, I told Natalie that I think Jordana is angry at me, possibly jealous, maybe. And then Natalie secretly told Jordana, and Jordana suddenly came up to me and said, no, I'm not jealous. And of course, I wasn't afraid of anything, so I went up to her and explained. And asked, why were you passive-aggressive yesterday? And Jordana explained that she had been like that lately for a while. And fact, she had been confronting Henry for, I guess, some time before, and made him angry. And yeah, there's that. And again, Marty cried again. What the fuck? Like, yeah, like the teacher told Marty, like, stop talking to the people around you. And Marty was angry. And Tom broke his arm just a while back, and he's about to remove the cement, I guess, the clay, the cement, and he told everyone to sign their names onto the cement. And he asked everyone, except for me, and I'm totally forgotten. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I don't know. If it's intentional, I don't know why does Tom hate me, but whatever. Natalie said Marty had ADHD, and that's the reason why he had been crying a lot. And I don't know about that. And yeah, April 18th, I and Jordana had lunch again, and we were actually okay. You know, if I were like 12 years old, 13 years old, I would probably avoid Jordana because I thought she's angry or something, like I would be afraid. But you know what? Let's just talk, let's just open up, and we were completely fine. And then here's the thing. Idris, did I mention him before? Idris was a classmate very briefly in the third school year, year 3. And he's friends with Tyrus, frickin' Tyrus, boyfriend of the depressed girl who told me to fuck off a few months back actually. And suddenly, when I and Jordana were chatting, Idris just stared at us outside of the classroom ominously for no reason. And then he and Tyrus proceeded to leave. That's just really suspicious. And and then here's the thing. LAD, Learning Activity Day, is actually days, so LADs, because during April 26th to 28th, the entire grade of students will travel, like a school, like a field trip, but it's more like it's just a trip. So we will travel to mainland China for 3 days, and wow, it's going to be the second camp in our school life. And we were all split up into groups, and I wasn't with Leo or Nick. I was with, however, Oliver and Grant and AJ and Natalie and Pink, Betsy, also a couple other girls, one other girl actually. And you know what? It's not bad. Not bad at all. I and Oliver had a lot to talk about. You know what? I'm gonna tell Oliver all about, you know, Death Grips and you know, Kendrick Lamar. He listens to Kendrick Lamar also, but he only listens to Humble. He doesn't know any other song from Kendrick Lamar. I asked him, have you listened to, you know, Mad City or Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe? And he's like, what? Alright, April 19th, today. I'm trying my best to speak as quickly as possible because, you know, there's just so much to talk about. But anyway, Grant told me that he was born at Malaysia, but I don't know if that means that he's half Malaysian. Even if it is, it still isn't as cool as Mary being half, I'm not gonna tell you. Have Russia, okay? Russia. Just kidding, it's not Russia. Whatever. I should cut this part off as well. Whatever. Grant is not that important, so I can tell you. Yeah, I hope he doesn't mind. Anyway, after school, me, Nick, Leo, a bunch of other boys and girls from 4A, and a bunch of other boys and girls from 4B went to the chemistry lab to redo the acid alkaline titration experiment. And it's basically testing for, you know, there's this flask, and then there's this barrette of acid, this flask of alkaline with methyl orange indicator in it, and we need to test how much acid do we need to completely neutralize this alkali. Simple concept, right? And Tyrus were there. Tyrus and Jeffrey were there. And I was like, Tyrus, we're here. Tyrus is here. And Linda also suddenly randomly showed up. Linda's a good girl, though. Linda's a really nice and kind person, despite the fact that she seems to be super violent and angry in the outside. And yeah, Tyrus was here. And towards the end of the day, like the teacher in charge, our class teacher, Miss Hermes, fake name, terrible name, she told Tyrus that, no, she was looking at me and she was like, hey, rap a few verses, because I used to like rap just casually, because why not? And but I don't rap now, okay? I don't. So yeah, so Miss Hermes was like, dude, rap a few verses. And Tyrus was there, and Tyrus was like, what? He is a rapper? What? And then Nick just told Tyrus that, yeah, he can rap that fast verse on Eminem's Rap God. And then Tyrus was like, I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. And it's really awkward because I actually wrote a rap song not too long ago about Tyrus, but Tyrus does not know whatsoever. So I told Miss Hermes like stuffs like I don't have I didn't buy 10 rolls of toilet paper, and I'm 15 right now, and I'm not an adult yet, and I'm just making references on that Tyrus rap song that I wrote out of fun. And Miss Hermes and Tyrus had no idea that I'm actually referencing to that specific song about Tyrus himself. But the other boys and girls over there actually get the references, and it's really cool. I really hope that Maria don't rat on me, because Maria knows that it's the Tyrus song that I'm talking about, and I hope she doesn't tell Tyrus that it's a song about him. But yeah, whatever. And then Leo, he's a cool person. He's a good person, super smart, and he just bought me and Nick and himself some milk tea. Thanks, Leo, if you're watching. Thank you.